old mindset I was talking about before, right? And like I didn't tell her right away, but she found like my habits were kind of weird with my fitness and health and my nutrition, just kind of like not ordinary, right? And she just kind of caught on to like my habits with that. Like I would sometimes like, oh, I can't eat that, blah blah blah, right?
Was she the one who kind of opened you up to the idea of
being
changing?
more vulnerable? Yeah.
Oh,
She was the one that. So I gotta be. I gotta give her.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
So I definitely want to mention that because I was
Shouts out
never
to my
vulnerable
homegirl.
before.
Yeah.
That was like she was the one that kind of like.
She was the one, he says.
Helped me like balance my life a little bit more between like my relationships, just myself, myself.
Yeah.
Being there for me. You know what I mean? Like self-care and all this stuff. Like I got more into that. It's just like, you know, we kind of had this conversation earlier in here, like the support system like that. I do believe, yes, you know, I got in that grind, hustle mindset. Like, I gotta do this every day. I gotta just boom, boom, like workouts all the time, on point with everything, you know, by myself grind. And like having that support system to help me kind of like, don't have to be in that mindset. You can still like have like, you know, work on your purpose and all this stuff, but having that support system with you to kind of balance it out, not being in that mindset all the time, like I gotta go do this all the time. I need to work out. I'm like this type. Balancing your life with like, no, I can still have fun and be on that, you know, hustle stuff kind of, you know, mindset. It's just like, I think balance right there. I think that will help you be successful in life. Yeah. If you're always in that mindset where like I'm this guy, I need to hustle, I need to be this, that will. I'm not saying that's setting up people for failure in that mindset, but you won't have those relationships later on down the road because you're always going to be thinking about yourself. And like when you do that, that's because we're all into this together. And at the end of the day, you can still work and be there for yourself, but at the same time, you have to have that balance, right? Yeah. So, I just want to mention that. So,
no, I think that's
Katie.
super important. Yeah, we all love you, Katie. Thanks for helping Chase.
Gang, Katie.
Well, I think Kesler and I have talked about this before, and I was actually talking about with somebody about it yesterday as well too, where it's just the importance of having those people that open up your perspective of who you are at times, right? That give you that different angle on things. It's like, I think that's one thing that I've started to learn is just having these relationships, like not the ones that are more for pleasure, but the ones that are more for like self-growth, right? It's not having those one-night stands, not prioritizing those things, but prioritizing the important relationships in your life that you can talk to about your things, and then they can give you a totally different perspective on what you're going through. I think that's important because humans are we're just so narrow-minded at times. We're just constantly thinking, obviously the ego that takes over, but we're just constantly thinking about ourselves from our own this little perspective that we've created in our own mind. Yeah. Regardless if it takes 2 days for you to have that mindset or if it takes you your whole life having that mindset, like we all have this different perspective on things. I think it's really important when you have these relationships that you're able to open up to people, because then they give you that different perspective and broaden your horizon on everything.
Yeah, and I think having that, it's honestly, I think, you know, when you find that support system, even with your friends, right? You all good, bro?
Yeah, it's the fucking smoke. I was sorry to interrupt. I was smoking one time, and literally I'd smoked, and then like, I don't know, 5 minutes later I coughed and more smoke came up. Anyways,
I've burped and done that.
Anyways, go back.
I think, I think I really believe in that support system, and I do think it's like necessary for people to have that, because you know, that's just my opinion though. I'm not saying that's for sure, like, right, but like that's how I think of it. And before I didn't think of that. I was thinking about I didn't have the right mindset back then. Yeah. And like having this mindset where, you know, I can balance my life and think of others.
Sigma grind set.
Yeah, no.
You guys, I love how you guys know what I'm talking about.
So,
Do you guys